What's up, YouTube? It's your man BT. I'm back with another video. Oh man, it's early. It's Saturday morning. Man, up super early, and I just haven't had much of an opportunity to do any real content. I've put out a few videos, but haven't had an opportunity to really do a whole lot of content because I've been working so much, man. Which actually I'm going to do today. It's Saturday. It's crazy. I work two jobs during the week, and then I drive on the weekends. Um, I won't do that forever, but I just have to find time to shoot some videos, man, because that's my way of feeling more connected and just kind of staying connected while you're out here doing all these other things. It's almost like you wake up in the morning, your ass belongs to them, and that's not the case. That's but it is how it's made to feel. I mean, that's just what it is. You just have to have a plan, man. You just have to have a plan, and you have to execute it. And if that means getting your ass up and going to work, then get your ass up and go to work. you know. I was just thinking about social media, how before I sat down to shoot this video, I was just kind of laying up in bed, and I was just thinking how I was watching a YouTube video about this guy's name's Will. He just posted a video not too long ago. He's from Atlanta, and he built a homestead. Him and his partner, they built this homestead, and I was just like watching their content. And I was like, man, this is amazing. And I was just kind of went through his videos and saw that he had quite a number of videos. Hundreds, probably a couple hundred videos, around 150 videos, something like that. And it just got me to thinking about how content creation seems to be this thing where there's so many. It's like being especially if you're not getting paid for it. It's like being an intern with a whole bunch of other interns, and you're all just jockeying for a position, just like a platform. So you're all just kind of jockeying for a position. And, it's a little bit, and it's crazy to me because I think that there's some people look at social media a lot of different ways. Of course, everyone says, well, I would love to get paid for creating content, and others, they just like being on social media. They don't think like getting paid for. And then some people who think about getting paid just say, I'm going to post 400 videos and I don't have anything else to do, so I have all of this time on my hands to devote to it. And I don't know if that makes me jealous or just kind of pisses me off. I saw this one video of this girl yesterday, and she had like 20,000 views. She set up her camera, her little phone, and she backed up and she started dancing like the It clown. That clown from the movie It, Stephen King. Just a dun 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 dun. And I was just sitting back thinking, man, and you got all of these views. And then I think about, how I would set up one of my videos, like a YouTube video, and I would just be all, okay, gotta have the background, gotta have the lighting, gotta have the audio, gotta have an intro, gotta have all of these things. And then you post a video, you edit it, you spend hours, hours upon hours editing your video, and then you post it and you get like 65 views. And I'm like, man, I put, in, you just feel like you put, and not to mention the fact that I'll post a video after working, sometimes working two jobs. Yes, sometimes I'll shoot a video like on my lunch break when I'm working from home, but sometimes I work like sometimes I work like a couple of jobs, and then it's like when I feel like I'm just really falling off on producing my own content, I'll just go ahead and post something, and I'll be like, okay, I have this idea, because I'll sit at work and I'll just take notes. I'll be journaling. I'll just take notes, take notes, and then I say, okay, I'm gonna shoot this video tonight. I'm not even gonna sleep. I'm gonna stay up all night. So I make it home at 11. I grab something to eat and make a pot of coffee. I start setting up. By midnight, I'm shooting. 12:30, I'm shooting. Finish by 1. And then I just jump into editing it, because I said, well, I'm gonna post this video tomorrow morning. And then you edit your video. And then I don't have like the fastest computer, so then once it's all said and done, I have to render it. I use Premiere Pro, by the way. I get it all rendered, I get it all exported, and then I watch it and I look at how I edited it, and I'm like, man, if I made a mistake, I have to do that part all over again. It might have took an hour to assemble the video, and then I'll do that part all over again. And then, of course, when I'm okay with it, after I've added all this other stuff to try to add some kind of creativity to it, then I turn around and I upload it. Dun, 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 YouTube. So I'll upload my video, and that takes another hour. And before I know it, it's getting light outside. And I'm just like, man, it's 4. It's 4:30. Man, I start work at 6. I'm like, shit, man. So I just have to go with it. And of course, I go from job number 1, pick up my son from school, take him home, make sure that he's straight. And then within that 2 hours that I have to get ready, because I have to go to job number 2. But of course, by the time I'm doing while I'm doing all of those things, I'm also looking at the numbers. I'm on YouTube Studio, and I'm looking. I'm just like, okay, 15 views. Okay, 17 views. Okay, 30. Yeah, lunchtime. 30 views, and you go through your whole day, and I'm just like, man, I'm not even gonna hit 100 views, and then tomorrow rolls around, and I'm like, man, I'm not even gonna hit enough for YouTube to recommend this video, So it's like, then I scroll through social media and I see a grown woman just sitting there dancing like it, and I'm trying to figure out how she get 20,000. And then so I'm watching it again, and I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, she got some big ass titties, and they're just bouncing. No one's paying attention to the shit she's saying, because she's not saying anything. The message is that tits bounce when you dance. It's crazy. I just went on a whole rant, but I guess I said all that to say, just keep going, and keep going for yourself. Don't make it about views. Don't make it about likes. How many people like this, or how many people commented on that. Because I guess those things can drive you crazy if you allow them to. At the end of the day, does YouTube pay me? Of course not. YouTube is not my employer. So sometimes you have to keep those kind of things in mind too. Who's actually paying you? Are you getting paid by YouTube to do this? If not, don't fuck up at work. Don't fuck up your day job, and because because you have this, you feel like you have this other calling. There's nothing wrong with having a calling, or having something that you say, okay, this is what I want to do. I get it. I totally get it more than most. I'm 200 videos in, you know, but I'm telling you, don't mess up your day job on YouTube when because you already see how finicky it is. There's some people who will post 3 videos in with a spatula in their hand, and that, I guess, that becomes interesting at some point. And there's a maturity level there too, so you got to remember that. What else? I was thinking about man, I have to go do my little driving job soon, but Andre 3000, Three Stacks, dropped a new album. He's playing the flute. Of course, it's all over social media this morning on how, he's not dropping any bars. He's not doing any of this. But then, I listened to him speak on NPR. That's right. I listen to National Public Radio. I listened to his NPR interview, and he's like just more. He's embraced himself. He embraced his age, and he's moving on with his life, and he's continued to express his creativity. He's just doing it in different ways. Everyone wants him to drop these prolific bars, and I'm sure that, that he could crank out something that is suitable for the masses, but he's done that already. In his head, he wants to do something that's more for him. Something that defines him in a new way. He wants to be defined in a new way. And I totally get it. I'm totally looking forward to it. I've been listening to classical music a lot this year. And of course, that's where the interview, they posted the interview from too. So I was driving when I listened to it. And I've just been listening to classical music, and it's just so completely different. It's just a different vibe. It's soothing for me. I can listen to it all day. Some people get in the car with me and they're just like, oh, man, what you listening to? Because they want to hear something else, and they want to hear more of the same. Me, I'm like, if I listen to another song about sex, drugs, and money. If you take sex, drugs, and money out of what's considered popular music today, there's very little music being played, because there are very few songs about love. A lot of songs about hate, but very few songs about love. Anyway, I'm not gonna get off into a rant. That's another video for another day. Coffee is good. I went to Marshall's and got this. It's called Joe's. It's from Trader Joe's. It's tall, dark, and handsome. I got it for like $6, and there was only one, so I got the pound of it. And then I was like, man, how can I find more of this since it's at Marshall's? So I went online to Trader Joe's and I couldn't find it there. So I went on Amazon and they were selling it for like $18 or something like that. So then one day I just happened to pop into Marshall's and I saw it again for $6.99, and I bought like all of the ones that they had left on the shelf. I think it was like four pounds of it. I was like, aha! Anyway, the sun is up, so I got to get out and get it. I just hope that everyone is happy. I hope that everyone is healthy or pursuing health, and hope that everyone out here is at peace and enjoying their lives as much as they can. BT Bonner, I want to thank you for watching this video and spending your morning drinking coffee with me. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.